Today we're going to be working on our name project. For our name project, we are going to be inspired by a famous artist named Keith Haring, and we're going to draw our alphabet in our fancy way. We're then going to draw emphasis in our sketchbook so our name pops out. We're going to learn about different colors and designs and patterns. Keith Haring was known for his colorful artwork and some of his iconic motifs like his baby and his barking dog. Much of his contemporary stuff was done because of social issues. Here are some fun fonts that we're going to refer back to and we're going to make our own. For our name project, we're going to need our sketchbooks, a regular pencil, and some markers. I'm going to put those aside. If you don't have markers, you can also just use color pencils or crayons, whichever works best. I'm going to put those aside for now. So I'm going to go to the next blank page I have in my sketchbook. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to creatively draw the alphabet. We're going to draw every single letter from the alphabet. And you can do just lowercase if you're younger and you don't know uppercase and lowercase, or you can do both. So I'm going to show you the letters that we are going to be drawing together today. So in your sketchbook, you are going to draw these letters you see on your screen. You can draw them exactly how I made them here, or you can make up your own fonts. I want you to do at least 5 different styles so we can try to see different fonts that we might use in our future project. So at this point in time, you are going to want to hit the pause button on your video so you see the screen, and go ahead and draw your own ABC font. Remember, you're drawing all the letters in the alphabet. You can do both uppercase and lowercase, or if you're new to writing and you do not know how to write all the letters in the alphabet, you can just pick what you are comfortable with. And again, a lot of these are really fun. You just do little swirls and dots. This is a very simple one with the dots. You can draw your letters and just add some dots in between. This one is you draw your letters and you just do a curl at the end. This one's you draw your letter and you add some accent marks. This one is you do some squiggles while you're making your letters. This one you make your letters and add some lines. And this is you add some dots. You can copy some of these, or again, you can make your own. So go ahead and hit pause and make your alphabet with lots of different shapes and different types of font. Try to do at least 5 different styles, which means 5 different kinds of fonts. You may hit pause now. Now we are back and we are ready to write our name for our name project. So we are going to flip to the next page of our sketchbook, and we're going to turn it sideways like this. So the spine is away from us, not towards our bellies. This part is towards my belly. You're going to write your first name today. I am going to write my son's name. His name is Johnny, and you are going to write your first name. Follow me though first before you start. Watch me first and then you will draw your own. So I'm going to start with a J, and it should be an uppercase J, or you can do a lowercase. You can do all your letters uppercase or some uppercase and some lowercase. That's up to you. I'm going to keep this next to me so you guys can refer back. If you want to choose some of mine, you can, or you can make your own. So I'm going to make an uppercase in pencil letter J. Now again, you will do your first letter, your first name, and I want to do my first one to be a spirally name like that. I'm then going to do an O, that's his next letter, and I'm going to do the dot one. For an H, I'm going to do the squiggly one. And then he has the letter N, and for this one, I'm going to draw this guy. He has another N, and for this one, I'm going to do the lines here. And then he has a Y, and I'm going to do the ones with dots like this. So at this point, go ahead and write your name and try to make each letter something different. You can refer here or you can do your own. Once you are finished, we'll move on to the next step. So draw every letter for just your first name. We're not doing our last name, just your first name. If you need extra time, you may hit pause. Otherwise, we are moving to the next step. For the next step, we need to create our background. But before we create our background, I want to make sure that we don't accidentally lose our beautiful designs we made. So we're going to go ahead and get our markers, and I'm going to take the black marker out. And if you don't have a black marker, you can use a black pencil or crayon. And I'm going to go over my lines with the black marker. We're using the black marker because we're showing emphasis, and this black is going to stand out because all of our other lines will be in color. And we made our name nice and big on our sheet of paper so it shows emphasis and stands out as well. Those are some of the words we learned in our PowerPoint in class. All right, and there's my Y. Now I didn't perfectly go over that squiggle, so I need to go with my eraser now and erase some of my pencil lines. After you are erasing your pencil lines, make sure you brush those away. Okay, and now we're good to go to the next step. So the next step is we want to design the background, and we talked about different patterns and design in our PowerPoint. We saw some different patterns like these. See how this has different swirls and triangles and shapes? So we're going to add some patterns to the background of this. We're going to start by pretending it's in half. We're going to draw some patterns down here, and then we're going to draw our patterns up here. So we're going to start by drawing a line underneath our name like this, all the way across our paper. Now I want you to think of a pattern. You can draw the same one as mine, or you can do your own. And we're going to repeat the same pattern all under here, and we're going to do a different pattern up here. So I'm going to start down here with some squiggle lines, some zigzag lines. And I'm repeating the zigzag lines to show a pattern. After I do my zigzag lines, I'm going to think, what can I do on the top that's a different pattern? We're going to try a different pattern. So I did my zigzag lines down here, and I'm going to do a different one. But before we go to the different one, think about maybe on this bottom line, I'm going to make it so there's a little white space. So whatever line you just made, I want you to go ahead and follow it nice and close with the second line. So notice I'm following all the lines I just made with the second line. This part in the middle, we're going to leave white. So I'm following the zigzag line with the second line. And we're going to leave that white. And this is where our color is going to be, our pattern colors. Okay, now we're going to go above the line. I made some more different patterns and shapes that you could try. You can try one of these, or you can make one up from your imagination. So I'm going to go ahead and do one above the line, and I'm just going to go through his name, and that's okay. And I'm going to just do this one. I think that looks like this. And I'm doing the same pattern above the line, just like this, like little bumps. You can do this one, or you can do one from my paper I showed you, or you can pick your own pattern and repeat that pattern. Okay, so once we are finished, we are now going to go in and color this in, but remembering to leave this part with no color in the middle. So I want you to pick 3 colors you're going to use for the bottom. Think about maybe colors you like or think about warm tones, which are our red, orange, and yellow, or maybe our cool tones, which are green, blue, and purple, or maybe you just like doing different colors. So I'm going to pick these 3 colors that I'm going to do below the line. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to start with my pink, orange, yellow, pink, orange, yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring in, remembering not to go in. I'm trying not to go in between those because it's supposed to be separating. I'm going to draw my lines like this and color in with my best coloring skills. I like to hold my marker sideways. So that one's pink. I put the cap on. I'm then going to do my orange. And it's okay if I go in the lines. I'm trying my neatest coloring skills, and you're going to try your best. It's easier if you hold your marker on its side so you get the nice fat edge, because if you hold it up and down like this, you're just going to get scribbles. We want to hold it down on our side like this so you can get some nice good coloring. Okay, and then I push it down like this. Now I'm going to go in with my yellow. And after I'm done with my yellow, I'm going to go back to my pattern, because remember, I'm just using these 3 colors. So if I went pink, orange, yellow, the next color would be pink again. The next color would be orange, and then yellow would be the last color. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing my pattern. And at this point in time, you can go ahead and pick your 3 colors and start coloring. Okay, my next one is orange. My next one is yellow. And I'm going right over his name. It's okay. It's not really smearing it. It's fine. And then my last one is pink again. Doing the best I can. Okay, now it's time to do up here. Now with this next part up here, notice that I don't want my name to go away. I did go through my name, so I need to pick some lighter colors. This time I'm just going to pick 2 colors, and it can be different colors or it could be the same colors. I'm going to try to do yellow, and I might try orange again, because I think if I do any other color, I might not see my name anymore. So I'm going to try to pick, maybe I'll do yellow and green. Let's try a different color, yellow and green. So I'm going to go ahead and color the top one. You can do 2 colors. If you feel like you really want to do a third, you can do a third. And we're going to go ahead and color this in. So first I do green, then I do yellow. And I'm trying not to go over my green with my yellow, because if you go over your green with your yellow, it might get green on your yellow marker, and that wouldn't be nice. We don't want to ruin that marker. All right, so I'm coming in here and I'm coloring each of the sections. So at this point in time, you can hit pause if you like. I'm going to hit pause in just a minute, and I'm going to color all these sections. So when I come back, they're going to be all done. So if you need to, I'm going to stop. You can go ahead and hit the pause button and color back and forth all the way to the end. All right, so now I'm done with coloring this whole top. And the last little thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back in with that black marker. So I'm going to find my black marker. And below the line, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to I'm going to outline. That means go over my lines, just these zigzag lines here. We're not going over all of our lines, because if we do the ones above the line, we might not be able to find our name anymore. And we can still see it right now. If you need to go back over your name with black again because your name disappeared a little bit, you can do that. And if you still can't see your name anymore, don't worry. I'm just happy you guys tried today. Okay, so we're going to do this last little part. Okay, and now you can see the lines lead up into the name. And like I said, if you want to go back over those lines one more time, I'm going to do it push nice and hard so it's nice and thick. I'm pushing the side of my marker, and it's okay if it's not perfect. Trying my best. So now that I'm going back over these lines again, it really makes that name pop out even more. Okay, and that is all for today. So remember, we're going to bring these back next class and show your teacher. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time.